This is the Boston Celtics newsfeed on CLNS. Today is Wednesday, March 20th, 2018. My name is Matt Genak, reporting for CLNS Media, the leading online provider of audio-visual coverage for the Boston Celtics. The second-place Celtics enter Wednesday night's game against the current fifth seed in the East and potential playoff opponent, the Washington Wizards, without Kyrie Irving out with knee soreness once again, Gordon Hayward ankle, Jaylen Brown concussion, Marcus Smart injured thumb, Al Horford sick, and Daniel Theis out for the season with a left meniscus tear. However, Jason Tatum is probable to play tonight with lower back tightness, so a game that was circled on the calendar months ago leaves much to be desired in Boston. The spotlight tonight will be on national TV Terry Rozier, who will likely lead the offensive charge for the often sluggish Boston offense that shows itself when Kyrie or Horford are absent. None of this is new to Terry, who has had to run the show for a team with constantly evolving rotations. With 15 games remaining, Boston faces 9 teams in playoff contention and will be suiting up a lineup that will more than likely feature Scary Terry, Semi Ojeleye, Marcus Morris, Greg Monroe, and maybe even Gershon Yabusele, who was recalled from the main Red Claws after the flood of injuries occurred. Despite losing the extremely valuable Daniel Theis for the season, Boston's injuries should be able to reconcile by the time mid-April rolls around. Today's episode of the Boston Celtics newsfeed is sponsored by eHarmony. eHarmony takes steps that other dating sites don't in order to find you a more compatible match. This isn't a shallow hookup site, they're looking to help you find lasting, meaningful relationships. eHarmony uses years of science, data, and psychological research to send you the right matches. Right now, our listeners can get a free month with eHarmony when they sign up for a 3-month subscription. Enter our code BostonCeltics at checkout. Stop waiting and start your journey to a satisfying, meaningful relationship. It can be fun to play around with online dating apps, but when you're ready to fall in love with someone and have a meaningful relationship, there's one app that's built to bring you real love, eHarmony. Come see how eHarmony can change your life. Go to eHarmony.com and get started. Enter our code BostonCeltics at checkout. The Celtics are now 4 games behind the wildly hot Raptors, who are now winners of 9 straight. Despite only 15 games remaining, 2 games against the Raptors remain for Boston, and these 2 games could hold possible conference-leading ramifications if Toronto begins resting starters or Boston's role players continue to step up to the challenge each night. One way or another, however, Boston and Toronto will more than likely be facing 2 of the 3 teams that are the Philadelphia 76ers, Milwaukee Bucks, and Miami Heat. All 3 are now clustered at the 6, 7, and 8 seeds in the East and are separated by only a single game. Boston would more than likely prefer facing a well-coached Miami Heat team over Giannis Antetokounmpo or Joel Embiid in an opening round 7-game series. Regardless, the Celtics' priority is now getting healthy and preserving Scary Terry and the purity of Jason Tatum down the stretch. The 2018 playoffs kick off in exactly 1 month, and Boston is on the razor's edge of what a team can handle on the path towards the NBA Finals. Major injuries from the opening minutes of the season until now has drained many on the team, but has allowed for rapid development for other rising stars like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Daniel Theis, and Rozier. A roster that entered the season as one of the youngest in the NBA with an average age of 24 has gained extreme experience over the course of a tumultuous year that indirectly gave time to young and impressionable players still on their rookie contracts. Despite the mass amount of injuries, 82 games are played in the hopes that the number climbs closer to 100 come spring. With the playoffs around the corner, Boston has to be pleased with the experience and high-pressure situations their green roster has gone through this season. With an impressive nationally televised win tonight with a short bench, Boston could take another positive step towards climbing back atop the surprisingly competitive East. That wraps things up today for this episode of the Boston Celtics newsfeed. As always, keep it locked on to @CLNS Media on Twitter, and subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed on both iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network mobile podcast app. This has been Matt Genak with the Boston Celtics newsfeed.